All right, everybody. I've got this beautiful Gibson ES-335 here. Can you hear me talk? And we're going to check the intonation. You know, I've always been more of a Fender guy. Maybe that's because I've always been able to afford Fenders more easily than Gibson. But I have had a couple Gibsons, and one takeaway I would have is they always sound so good, but they're always a little bit fussier in the intonation department. I guess some people attribute that to the design of the Gibson and the G string, the way the G string kind of splits off. But let's try this. I think it's in pretty good tune. I've been playing it for a while. And you know something? You can call those cowboy chords, everybody. Young people call them cowboy chords. Let me tell you something. They are the building block. These chords like this are the building blocks of playing guitar. And whether it's a nylon string, a steel string dreadnought, or a nice big old Gibson hollow body, semi-hollow, you ought to be able to play these chords on your guitar, these good old open guitar chords. And you know, there's an F. Okay, here we went to F. Now watch when we kind of go out of the main chords a lot of times. Watch, we're going to go to F. How do we do? And of course, sometimes your touch can be driving it out of tune too. That's why those guitar players in like the Brill Building, the Wrecking Crew, half of what they did is they played simple stuff, but they really focused on how their guitars sounded, like just the attack of their pick and their touch. Something a lot of us, including myself, overlook, but that also goes to intonation. Here's that F. How we doing? Hear that G string? You know what? And these are 11s on here. Let's try a little bit of E. We're going to go down to E. I'll tell you what, playing stuff like this, which you hear on a lot of old country rock and roll. That's not just acoustic guitar playing. You watch a lot of country music. They play, you know, they did a lot of stuff with. How we doing? In the twilight's glow, I see blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Here we go. Love is like a dying ember, only memories remain. What a great song. Fred Rose, Acuff and Rose, through the ages I'll remember. I used to work in a little studio in Detroit years ago, and the woman had written songs with Rose and Acuff. This would be back in the 60s, way before I knew her. All right, you know what? Let's try a little bit of F. Here we go. And you know something? You ought to be able to play an F. And I don't mean F up here, or, you know, I mean just flat out acoustic guitar F, which is a great, you hear a lot of like Willie Nelson, the Stones, I think Faraway Eyes is an F. It's a great key. How we doing? I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. Here we go. You just gotta keep tweaking it. Crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you would. I'll tell you what, I think I would like to set it up a little bit. I never had it set up. Mostly because I hate to mess with a good guitar. And it's a nice guitar. Let's see, how about up here? The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. This one's gone, the thrill is gone away. I'll live on. I messed that up, but I'll live on someday. Let me do that again. The thrill is gone, the thrill is gone away. Let's go back to finish out in G with a couple of odd chords. Let's go try the B minor. That did it, didn't it? Easy to do. The things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Let's go to D minor. What's a good song in D minor? How about blue, blue, my love is blue. Blue is my mood. Let's see, blue. What's a good D minor song? If I could say. If I could save time in a bottle. You know something? If you have a nice Gibson hollow body, you want to be able to play like that. Get a job in a restaurant, maybe in a duo. How about this one? I've been playing that Esquire. The neck's pretty different. Moving in silent desperation. There we go. Keeping his eye on the holy land. A hypothetical destination. Say, who is this walking man? Let's see. I got that progression out of a piano vocal guitar book in like junior year of high school, and I learned it. I think it was kind of a piano version of a guitar line, but there you go. Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, you know what? I was ready to kind of dog this guitar, but it seems like it has good intonation. The one thing I would say, it's a little fussier, but certainly a lot better than some guitars I've played where it's really hard to get them in tune. And of course, any guitar, especially I think when you're playing that style, which is an electric guitar style, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. When you're playing that style, you've just got to be on it all the time, and it'll just kind of get more and more in tune the longer you play, and just don't let up on it. Just keep tweaking it, and with ever slighter, finer tweaks. After a while, I don't ever touch these. I just mess up around up here when you get it really close. And I think she passed the test. I think the old girl, the new girl, she's not that old. I think she's a keeper. And of course, a lot of it goes to your touch. I notice when I play it a long time, I think my touch kind of adjusts to that particular guitar. Because a lot of times when you think you're out of tune, maybe you're just a little ham-handed, and if I've been playing some old big honking dreadnought and then I go on this, I'll think it's out of tune, but maybe I'm just not delicate enough with it. Yeah, what a great guitar. I need to play it more often. Thanks. God bless.